Hiya, and welcome back to Sileo Tales of a New Dawn. The game that teaches us... I can't think of anything. I legitimately cannot think of anything. So let's just hop right in. Okay, let me hide the screen. Ugh. Hang in there, my love. With any luck, we will be rid of this dreadful medicine before long. At least it ain't that whiskey. I think I'd rather die than endure a shot of that each morning. And to think, you have become intimately familiar with not one, but two foul-tasting beverages, all a consequence of meeting me. Rather poor form of a bartender, would you not agree? It's a good thing that you're also an endless supply of far more delicious flavors. You're making up the difference and then some. Well, I am certainly thrilled to hear that, my dear. In spite of enjoying a sleep so ludicrously cozy that a part of me had wished it would never come to an end, the morning sunrise was an inevitability. Upon arrival, it radiated its golden light through the narrow gaps in Ty's luxurious curtains, the warm glow gently rousing us both from our slumber. Recent days had proven hectic, a consideration which served as a primary influence in our mutual decision to remain bundled cozily within the blankets for a time, enjoying a moment simply to chat with one another before we were inevitably swept away in the excitement of our day-to-day lives once more. Your appreciation of my pina coladas is quite evident, my dear. What was once... Hiya. There we go. There we go, we got something. Your appreciation of my pina coladas is quite evident. What was once a brand new bottle of white rum only days prior to your first overnight stay is now almost entirely spent. Though it is only fair that I assume my very own share of the blame. After all, as I have been matching your pace. Though I am certain there is more than just my pina colada you enjoy. Bullseye. Ty had asked the exact same question I had hoped for, launching the most diabolical of schemes into motion. It was a plot so despicably corny that Ty would be picking it from his teeth for days on end. I knew full well there was no faster route to Ty's funny bone than that. Uh-oh. My sudden movement caught Ty's surprise, a dramatic departure from the stillness and calm we had enjoyed together until only moments ago. This burst of activity had seen me launch myself across the bed before landing squarely on top of Ty's chest with my nose mere inches from his own, and my muzzle nested comfortably between his firm pectorals. Hang on. I fucked up the sizing on here. It's not... I don't think it's, noticeable that much, but it still fucked it up because I was trying to move it. He looked downward with unmistakable confusion and uncertainty, an expression I found incredibly endearing and unfathomably adorable, and in the presence of such a gorgeous expression, I simply could not bear to leave him hanging. It was time to deliver my carefully planned punchline. You're pretty tasty too, you know. Well, that is most kind of you to say, my love. I'm not just saying it, I mean it. Let me prove that to you. With a bold and confident grin, I shifted downward before extending my tongue to make contact with the soft and creamy fur surrounding Ty's navel. I then began forcibly, confidently northward, quickly departing his belly and rapidly ascending his chest, leaving a trail of my saliva in my wake. Inch by glorious inch, I savored his unmatched flavor, as glorious there as it was anywhere else on his body. Well, almost anywhere else at any rate. And at long last, as my tongue finally reached its destination of his collarbone, I lifted away and turned my gaze upward to where an expression of curiosity and excitement peered back. Our noses no more than mere millimeters apart. Finally, I planted a tender and loving kiss directly on Ty's inviting lips before easing back with the warm smile that he promptly returned in kind. I stared deep into those beautiful eyes, admiring their breathtaking hue and the handsome face they belonged to. Up so close I could see every strand of fur that made up his gorgeous stripes, and every bump adorning his perfect pink nose. But it also made evident that I loved every last inch of Ty with every last fiber of my being. I didn't want anybody else. I had everything I needed right here. In unison, our lips joined once more. This time they were accompanied by our tongues, which rapidly worked to become entangled, ensuring that we would never be able to part ways again. If only, I thought to myself, if only. God. Oh God. Much time passed as we succumbed to our passion, while greatly enjoying the perfect opportunity to express it. So much so that we forgot entirely about our guest, reminded only by his long overdue return from the shower. Oh. Sorry, I hope I'm not interrupting. Of course not, my dear. Truth be told, we got a little carried away. It is perhaps for the best that you captured our attention. We might have been at it all day. That's, really cute. Ty turned to face me with his warm smile accompanied by atypically rosy cheeks that gave away exactly how he was feeling. After a short period of bashful silence, Logan spoke up once again. Sorry it took so long. I hope I didn't use all the hot water, and sorry I needed lots of fur shampoo. Well, that is not surprising. Indeed, with how you were looking when you first awoke, it is no small miracle that you were able to get all of it out. Do not worry about the shampoo, my dear, nor the hot water for that matter, as long as you are feeling more comfortable now. Lots. Thank you. You've got your jacket on. Are you leaving already? You are very welcome to join us for breakfast, if that is what you would like. Thanks, but I've got a bunch of stuff to do today, and I've got the fight tomorrow too. I want to squeeze in some last-minute training. Sorry. No need to apologize, my dear. The last thing either of us wants is to disrupt your plans. There's always another time. Would you like us to drop you off somewhere? Oh, no, thank you, though. The weather outside is really nice now that the storm has passed, and I probably need to walk. Lovely indeed. The forecast is showing clear skies for a good while. We certainly deserve them after yesterday's deluge. It was lovely having you stay, my dear. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming, Logan. Hope you had fun. Yup, I was really scared at first, but I'm glad I found the courage. Would it be okay if we hung out again soon? Oh, it doesn't have to be like this. I mean as friends. Maybe we could meet somewhere for lunch? This time you're paying for mine. It's only fair. Okay. Good. And hey, does this mean you consider Ty a friend? Yeah, Ty, you're really nice. I am honored, my dear, and lunch sounds wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, it's nice having friends again. You guys will be busy tomorrow, right? With the concert? Indeed, I'm sorry we cannot make it to your final fight. Just know that we are rooting for you. Damn right. Kick his ass. Thanks. See you around. I'll lock the door behind me. Don't worry. See you again, Logan. Thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks, Logan, and good luck. Thanks. And just as suddenly as Logan had arrived, he was gone. I was glad things had gone so well, and that he now considered Ty his friend. I was glad that I'd taken a chance and tried something totally new. I'd had a lot of fun. But if he had not arrived when he did, we would still be making out. You're right, we wouldn't get anything done. Indeed, and I must say, it has been quite some time since I have enjoyed making out quite that much. Let me tell you, it is a lot less fun when your partner has a razor-sharp beak. I lost count of how many times I nearly lost an eye. That'd be such a shame. You have beautiful eyes. Such a unique color, too. I've never known anyone else who had them. That is where you're wrong, my love. For I'm not the only member in the Black Claws with violet eyes. Huh? Oh, wow, you're right. Jay has violet eyes. I never really took notice. I guess I just haven't been staring into his eyes as do yours. That is good to hear, because I only have eyes for you, my dear. Oh, brother. Hey, you mean that, right? Of course I do, my dear. You are my everything. You know that. Then, how do you feel about Logan? Logan? He is lovely, a very sweet young man and one with so many hidden talents. Attractive too, though I find you much more so. My dear, I hope you are not feeling insecure. I was. I didn't want to admit as much, but I knew Ty was on the money with this one. I enjoyed our time the night before. Logan was smoking hot, and the sex was fantastic, but Ty... I loved Ty. I wanted to spend the rest of my life with Ty. I felt selfish feeling this way, but I realize now that I wanted Ty all to myself. Was I so wrong? That's how most relationships are, and I don't want to disappoint Ty, or Logan for that matter. I hated being the one with hang-ups in this situation. I wished I could just find a way to be okay with all of it. We'd all be happiest that way. I knew I could trust Ty. I knew he would never betray that trust. I knew I was his number one priority and that Logan would never take my place. But all the same, my illogical fear remained. My love, things like last night are not for everyone. They can be a wonderful way to enhance certain components of a relationship, but only so long as everyone involved is completely happy with what is happening. If you are having doubts or feeling insecure, it never needs to happen again. It can just be us going forward if that is what you would prefer. I hadn't spoken a word, but he understood. He understood how I was feeling perfectly. Of course he did. He was my boyfriend. He was astute. He knew when something was wrong and was more than capable of piecing everything together through context. But I had fun. I really did. And I like Logan. I like you too. I mean, I love you so much, and I trust you. But sitting there watching as you fucked him, it was hard in more ways than you intended. I know you'd never, but somehow, I'm also not entirely sure that matters. I'd hate to be responsible for letting you both down, for ruining the fun. My love, if you are not enjoying yourself, then neither am I. Putting us in that situation is the last thing I would want. Especially knowing the fun that could be had with just the two of us. Goodness knows we have some. Remember the camping trip? Only needed the two of us. And some conveniently placed undergrowth I could slip my hands beneath, but I digress. You would only be ruining my fun if things continued despite your uncertainties. And Logan? Logan will understand. And it seems to me like our friendships are his main focus going forward anyway. So how about we focus on just us? You can have me all to yourself. How does that sound, my dear? I'm sorry. I hate that I'm disappointing you. Nonsense, my love. Nonsense. You are not disappointing me in the slightest. In fact, I find myself rather proud of you for having the courage to raise the matter with me. Thank you, Aiden, for not keeping it a secret. To be fair, I didn't say much. You just put two and two together. It was enough, was it not? Do not rob yourself of credit where credit is due. Fine. Good. Just us, then? Yeah, just us. Wonderful, my dear. And for what it is worth, thank you for giving it a go. It is not for everyone, but sometimes it is not possible to know unless you try. I only want you to be as happy as possible, and if you're happiest when it is just us, then that is all I want. Thanks, Ty. You're awesome, you know that, and I love you. Lots. I love you too, my dear, and we are awesome. We make quite the team, would you not say so? Seeing the state Logan was in this morning before his shower, that was some good team. Oh god. I'm surprised he did not need scissors. I thought for sure he would not be able to wash all of it out. Jokes aside, I agree. We do make a good team. We're going to be okay, right? Of course we are. Our love for one another will only continue to bloom. I promise you that. Sounds great. There's nothing I want more than to be as close to you as possible. There is an easy way to help ensure that. What have you got in mind? Aiden, I'd like to ask you to move in with me. Huh? Your stay with Diego was only temporary, was it not? And you wanted to be as close as possible, did you not? I know the suggestion takes that desire very literally, but we will get to spend so much more time together. Does it not seem like a wonderful way forward? You have already brought your suitcase. You're right, everything I have left after moving to Woodcrest is already here with me. I hope. I expected to return, so I didn't exactly do a thorough check, and, well... On one hand, moving in with Ty sounded amazing, a dream come true. In fact, it was just that. Is something awry, my love? If you do not wish to move in, you're under no obligation to accept. It's not that. Honestly, I'd love to. It's just, being there has been helping Diego. He said so himself. It's been helping him keep his mind off the breakup and everything. I'd feel bad leaving him all alone. He's been putting on a brave face and all, but I know he's still hurting. I owe him so much for letting me stay with him on such short notice. And I owe him so much for introducing the two of us. If he still needs me, I can't just abandon him. I owe him that much. I understand, my love. I admire your reasons and your empathy. You're a good friend to Diego, even though you bicker. I know he cares about you a lot, too. How about this? I was planning to head into the bar this morning and get a few things done. I can drop you off at Diego's along the way, and the two of you can talk. He is working this afternoon, but you'll have an hour or so before he has to leave. That sounds good, actually. It'll give me enough time to speak to him about it all and try to figure out and figure out what I'm going to do. Hell, I can even do a sweep of the house for everything I've left behind while I'm there. And afterward, I'll just walk to work with him and meet you there. A perfect plan. I expect to have everything finished by the time you will arrive, so perhaps we can then spend the afternoon doing something nice together before band practice? As long as it goes a little better than our hot spring adventure yesterday, I'm down. That was just horribly unlucky. I'm certain nothing quite so severe will happen again anytime soon. I hope to hell you're right. As do I, my dear, as do I. Then, I think it is long overdue that we climb out from under these blankets and get ourselves dressed. As sad as I will be to see you clothed, such a marvelous view. Yeah, I admit, I've been sneaking looks ever since we first woke up. That makes the two of us, my dear. With hearty chuckles and cheerful smiles, we finally climbed out of bed and began dressing ourselves in preparation for the day ahead. Ty and I had spoken about my discomfort surrounding the threesome, and it seemed as though he had no problem keeping future encounters between the two of us. I think the drama might finally be over. I still felt bad, but I also knew he was telling the truth when he said that he wouldn't be happy unless I was. All the same, I wished I could have been more adventurous for Ty. I felt as though in some other timeline, things would have been different. Not necessarily between Ty and me, but I felt as though in a different relationship with a different dynamic, maybe. Just maybe. I wasn't opposed to the idea of a threesome, or even more elaborate ideas like polyamory. It was simply that my feelings for Ty and the complexities in our relationship made for a relationship that would work best, at least for me, in total exclusivity. Though, I also wasn't lying when I told him I was glad we'd given it a go. It was a lot of fun, and something to cross off the bucket list. Not only that, but Logan seemed to have a fantastic time. Something I was genuinely very pleased about. Oh yeah, the Diego drama! There's a lot with that. Honestly though, part of me still couldn't believe that what we'd done. And worse yet, Diego had accurately predicted that it would. Which reminded me, the two of us made a wager. Hey Ty? Do you reckon we can stop by the bank on the way? I need to get some cash out. Oh yeah, that. I'd forgotten about that. Having parted ways at the car as planned, I let myself inside of Diego's house using the key I'd given me so very long ago. Expecting to be greeted with the usual noise and bustle that could be typically found within his residence, I was instead surprised to find nothing but a death-like silence. I stood in the center of the living room, scratching my chin as I wondered what set of circumstances would have coaxed Diego out of the house so early. It was unlike him to leave willingly any time before midday, and I knew Ty had not called him into work early. I sighed, shaking my head with a bemused grin. Of course he wouldn't be here. Just another of the universe's cruel jokes. Oh well, I thought, as I retrieved my phone from my pocket and began typing out a message to Diego. Perhaps we could meet somewhere in town before he was due to start work. And send. That out of the way, my next task would be making a phone call to Ty. I figured that if I did so quickly, it would hardly be an issue for him to turn around and pick me back up from Diego's. We could use the unexpected free time to get some work done. Perhaps there would even be some paperwork. I navigated to his contact card and it was only a split second from starting the call when... Muffled as it was, the sound of Diego's phone was nonetheless unmistakable as it echoed from the opposite end of the abode. Diego being gone so soon was peculiar, but Diego still being in bed so late was no different. I quickly scanned the room before breathing a sigh of relief, finding not a single bottle of booze in sight. I knew Diego had a habit of taking things too far from time to time, and this would have explained his late awakening. I was thankful that was not the case. Still, this was highly unusual for Diego. Something must have knocked him on his ass to still be in bed at this time. Returning my phone to my pocket, I began the short walk to Diego's bedroom. I only hoped this time he'd be properly dressed. Turns out, what I'd soon discovered was considerably more shocking than that. I'm gonna, hide the screen entirely. Because fear. Oh my god. No fucking way. There is no way in hell. Hey Diego, I didn't... What the fuck? Ah! I mean, hey, Aiden, wasn't expecting you home so soon. I couldn't believe what I'd seen. For a split second, a completely naked Eric knelt on the bed beside Diego. As soon as I made my presence known, Diego panicked and punted him backward off the bed with a loud crash. That looked painful. Painful? Haha, what do you mean? You just smacked Eric right off the bed. Eric? Eric ain't here, what are you talking about? What? He was right there beside you. What? No way, did you hit your head or something? No, dude, you... Well, I sure did, jackass. Dude, what the fuck, man? You were supposed to hide. Oh yeah, well you weren't supposed to punch me off the damn bed. That fucking hurt, asshole. What the... Ow, hey! Ow, fuck, stop it, damn! Ahem. Huh? Oh hey, Aiden, long time no see. Eric ain't here, eh, Diego? It's not what it looks like. Really? Because it kind of looks like you two are sleeping together. Oh, it's exactly what it looks like. Dude, shut up. Aiden, I can explain. Explain? What is there to explain? He knows, you dumb idiot. It was a mistake. A mistake? Oh, fuck, stop that. Was it a mistake when you were screaming my... Was it a mistake when you were screaming my name last night? I didn't... Fuck, quit it already. Was it a mistake when you said it was the best you've ever had? I never... God fucking... You win. I'm sorry. Just quit slapping me, please. No, fuck you. I'm so sick of assholes like you. I give you the best damn sex you've ever had, and you still treat me like I'm trash. You're also fucking quick to throw me the fuck away like you're ashamed of being seen with me. I mean fucking nothing. Well, newsflash, asshole. I'm a fucking person too. I have feelings, and that shit fucking hurts, okay? And you know what? I'm done with it. I'm done with all of this shit. I'm fucking done with it. Eric, I'm sorry. You're only sorry because I'm fucking crying. Take your pity and shove it up your ass. I don't fucking want it. Eric. I don't fucking want it. Fuck. Wow, Diego. You really screwed up there. You think I don't know that? How was I supposed to know he had a whole complex? I admit, I didn't expect him to blow up like that. It seemed like you were the straw that broke the camel's back or something like that. Even so, that's still not a great way to treat somebody. Yeah, I know. I owe him an apology. Just maybe not right now. It struck me that Eric could use a shoulder to cry on. I knew he wasn't the type to do so, being as stubborn and proud as Diego often was. But perhaps there was somebody with which he was slightly more inclined to let his guard down? One moment. I grabbed my phone from my pocket and made an outgoing call to just the person I thought could help. It's Jay. Aiden! What a surprise! A very good morning to you. Morning, Jay. Sorry to call so suddenly, but we've got a small problem here I think you can help with. Oh? Well, I'm always happy to help. How may I be of service? Well, Eric had this whole thing with Diego and... Dude, don't tell him that! He's going to find out from Eric regardless. But... Damn it. Anyway, Diego said a few things he shouldn't have, and Eric did not take it well. I know he'll claim otherwise, but I reckon he could use a shoulder to cry on. He's just left Diego's now, and he's probably heading back home. Reckon you could pay him a visit? Say no more, I'll head that way now. Thanks, Jay. And sorry to dump this on you so suddenly. It's fine. Heck, better than fine. Eric's, well, he's important to me. I want to be there for him, so I really appreciate the heads up. Well, thank you all the same. Good luck. Just you wait. I'll put a smile on his dial in no time at all. Catch you around, Aiden. Later, Jay. Jay? I know they have that whole thing of theirs, but are they really that close? It's complicated, but of all people, Jay is easily the best choice. All we can do is leave it in his capable hands for now. Yeah, still, I've got to apologize when I get the chance. I fucked up big time. He definitely won't be coming back if you don't. Hey, that's not why I want to do it. I know, I'm just messing with you, but hey, you know I've got to know, right? Yeah, fair enough. It's kind of embarrassing, but you already know the worst bits. Might as well clue you in on the rest while I'm at it, right? When you and Ty left last night, I was really jealous, to tell you the truth. It was pretty clear what you guys had planned, and well, it's been a while. The breakup was still pretty recent, but even before that, I'd had nothing in months. You guys were off to have a good time, and I was stuck with the hand as usual. I felt pretty pathetic. Anyway, ended up going on a cruising app. A dude popped up, real close by, kinda stuck out, even guaranteed the best sex you've ever had. Of course, I didn't quite believe that, but I figured it couldn't hurt to put it to the test anyway, right? I mean, I was looking for something, and that fit the bill. So I hit him up, and he agreed to come over a little later on. Gave me time to do some laundry and all of that. Anyway, around the agreed time, there was a knock at the door. My stomach dropped the moment I recognized him, and the moment he recognized me, his face lit up. He brushed past me, walked right into the living room. I didn't know what to say, what to do. Dude, I can't believe those horny messages were from you. Or more like than I thought. What? Well, what are you talking about? That's like loud. Adjust it. There we go. I always thought we had a fair bit in common. I haven't seen you working for Lucas in a while. What gives? I'm only casual. I work for time most days. Lucas only calls when it's a big job and he needs all hands on deck. Hasn't been any like that in a while. Yeah, that creep has been undercutting like crazy. Eh? Who's that? Bah, forget about that. Point being, I miss having you around, big guy. Miss watching those chunky cheeks of yours jiggle. They don't jiggle! They will be jiggling. You called me here for a reason, right? Best fuck of your life, guaranteed. Kyrix hasn't got a chance of beating me. Really? Really? Oh god. Oh god. Whoa. I was horny, okay? Up until that point, I was looking for a way out. But seeing that, fuck man, holy shit, little dude's packing after all. Jay wasn't lying. And fuck, if it wasn't the... Not bad, eh? Weren't expecting that, were ya? Nope. Ain't the biggest around, I know, but it still surprises everyone. You get the idea. One thing led to another, and it happened. I was weak, desperate maybe, and goddamn was it packing some heat. To be honest, I'm really glad to hear his clothes were in the living room. For a minute there, I thought he was walking home in the nude. Ha! That's a mental image. Anyway, how was it? Did he live up to the bluster? Did he beat Kyrix like he said he would? Dude, that's the thing. He did. Wait, which part specifically? I think I don't have it loaded up, but let me bring back the classic. Oh, fucking. Here we go, Bazinga Bird. Ah cha cha. Ah cha cha. All of it, I hate admitting this, but it was the best fuck I've ever had, hands down. Wow. Yeah, huh? Well, I was fucking right. And now look, he fucking hates me. And for good reason, too. God fucking damn it, man. Judge me all you like, man. I don't even care. The only mistake I've made here is hurting him like I did. He took me by complete surprise, and I panicked. I was embarrassed being caught red-handed with him. Fuck that, man. I should have stood up for him. I'm proud of you, Diego. Eh? That's actually really mature of you, and I'm glad you're taking responsibility for your mistake. And sure, Eric has a bit of a reputation, but at the end of the day, if both of you had a great time, who cares? The way I see it, that can only be a good thing. Shit, man, maybe I should go over there now. What do you think? It's just, I feel terrible, man. Jay's headed there now. Wouldn't you prefer to confront him alone? Besides, it gives you time to think about what you're going to say. Besides, all this started because you panicked and didn't think, right? Wouldn't it be best to ensure your apology is well thought out? Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Aiden. Don't mention it, Diego. Oh, and next time, mind knocking first? My bad, Diego. That's on me. Don't worry, though. There might not be a next time. Eh? What do you mean? Ty invited me to move in with him. Hey, wow, dude, congratulations. You must be so hyped. Sort of. To be honest, I'm a little hesitant. Makes sense. You guys only just got back together, and things have been pretty bumpy overall, right? Yeah, you're right, but that's not exactly why I'm hesitating. Eh? To tell you the truth, I'm worried about you, Diego. Me? Yeah. I know I know having me here has helped you a lot after the breakup and all that. And to tell you the truth, I owe you so much for letting me stay on such short notice. It was a spur of the moment thing, practically an impulse, and it changed my life for the better in so many ways. I got to leave that awful job, that awful apartment, all of it. I got to start over somewhere new and exciting with my best friend by my side. I got to meet the man of my dreams, and now I co-run a bar alongside him. And none of that could have happened if you hadn't been there for me. Thank you so much for everything, Diego, and I want to be there for you as long as you need me to. Time me, it's time to feel confident about the future, and to know that no matter what, everything is going to be fine. We've got our entire future ahead of us, and that's why I'm happy to stay here as long as you want me to. There's no rush, and I know you do the same for me too. Aw, shucks, dude, what can I say? I mean, welcome, man, that's what besties are for, right? And I'm super happy it's all worked out for you too. Can I make a request, Aiden? Sure thing, Diego. What is it? I want you to move in with Ty. But, hey, no buts. It's been great having you here, dude, and it's definitely helped me a bunch. But I'm doing pretty okay, to tell you the truth. And I know you'd be happier over there with your man, so that's what I want most. I ain't gonna be selfish and keep you here for my own sake. Are you sure? Yeah, dude. Dead sure. I'm not gonna pretend I'm over what happened. Hell, I probably won't be for a long-ass time, but it gets easier every day. I feel like I'm back on my feet and I'm doing okay again. I don't think I would be able to say that if you hadn't come here, man. It's just, I think I can keep my balance on my own now, you know? I'm good. Just promise me one thing. Sure, shoot. Promise we'll still hang out a bunch, okay? Don't forget about little old me, you hear? How could I? Don't worry, it's a promise. Good. Good. To tell you the truth, I kind of expected this when you took your suitcase with you last night. I didn't know back then. He only asked me this morning. It was just the most convenient way, considering all my stuff was already packed inside. Yeah, not quite all of your stuff. You did leave something behind. Huh? What do you mean? Well, I mentioned doing some laundry before I turned up, right? Well, I was just washing my sheets, you know, as you do when you have a visitor. Anyway, there was space left in the washer, so I figured I'd wash the sheets too. So I went into your room and pulled them off the bed, and there was a thunk noise like something fell. So I look under the bed, and... oh, fuck. Dude, what a blast from the past. I felt my cheeks flush with embarrassment. It was the worst possible thing Diego could have found its history. And worse yet, I could recall the exact moment I lost it down the side of the bed, setting up the circumstances which Diego would eventually find it. Yo, what was it? I can't remember. Saturday afternoon, the day I first met Logan, I had not long arrived back home after we'd parted ways at the end of the waterfront track. I still felt incredibly foolish about my behavior around Logan, but I felt hopeful that my attempt to salvage the situation would yet bear fruit. It would be a torturous afternoon as I waited for him to make contact, hoping against hope that he would. Hour after hour, I lay there on my phone, surfing social media and doing all I could to burn time. As I waited, I couldn't help but recall the moment my hunt began. His bold and unique That is very convenient. His bold and unique fragrance addled my mind as I started, captivated and in awe. He was nothing short of magnificent, with his beautiful snow-white fur and his powerful arms complementing his soft and cuddly physique. What did I endlessly to myself? Holy fuck, what is wrong with me today? I fought to retain my senses, dispelling my imagination as I lay there, breathing heavily from excitement. What if he was... Fuck. Fucking... Pivoted in place and hopped out of bed before kneeling in front of my suitcase. I quickly unzipped it and threw the lid ajar as I shifted a small pile of clothing inside. A hidden pocket was revealed underneath the pocket containing just a thing. Oh, their old friend, it's been a while. During my first year of university, I made the mistake of mentioning to a friend that a certain male teacher had a spectacular pair of boots. His friend was none other than Tobias. Tobias would then tell Diego, and thus would begin 6 months of utter misery as the two butted up at any occasion. This all culminated in one of the most memorable birthdays of my life, where I returned from class to to find the dorm Diego and I shared, completely decked out in purple-colored ribbons and confetti. There was even a cake whose purple icing read, "Happy birthday, gay." And to top it all off, the cake was adorned with a rather atypical decoration. A purple, sparkly dildo sat front and center like the horn of a homoerotic unicorn. My younger self looked on in dismay as Diego and Tobias snickered to themselves close by. But the joke was on them. Despite having told them I'd disposed of the dildo along with the rest of the party waste, I had in fact kept it for myself. In years that followed, it saw considerable use. This seemed to be the first time since I had... Oh, God. There was a hilarious... Oh, God. Oh, God. Jesus. Ugh. 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 I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with life. I'm done. Thrown out with the trash, eh? Man, I should have known your horny ass kept it. Tobias even said you would. It was day 14. Yeah, guilty as charged. Still can't believe the effort you guys went to with that whole surprise party. We told the cake place that gay was my grandma. You sly dingo, you. Yeah, I can't take all the credit. Most of it was Tobias's idea. Man, he was something else. Wonder what he's up to these days. Well, apparently he's living here in Woodcrest. Eh? No shit. Yep, he's an acquaintance of Lucas's, apparently, and a former friend of Logan's. Which reminds me, here. Remembering the brief detour I had taken earlier, I reached into my pocket and retrieved a crisp $100 bill which I handed to Diego. What's this for? You know I don't want your damn money. $100. That was a wager, wasn't it? The wager? Dude, are you serious? Yep, you're right. He asked me last night, and it even happened. Dude, awesome! How was it, man? It was lots of fun, but I don't think it's for me either. And Ty was really respectful about that. Bah, that's a shame, dude. Still glad you gave it a go. Yeah, definitely. That's what matters, man. But hey, you can have this back. No way, I'm moving out, remember? Just take it, okay? Just this once, as thanks for all you've done for me. Fine. Thanks, Diego. Yeah. Diego scowled slightly as he slipped the money into his back pocket before turning back to me, his expression easing as he returned to the previous topic of discussion. Seriously though, man, we need to track that monkey bastard down. Get the Three Musketeers back together again. You know what I'm saying? Leave it with me. Ty and I were planning on speaking with Lucas about him sometime soon. Hopefully we can figure out where he's at and we can pay him a visit. Sick, dude. He still owes me a bottle of ketchup, and Diego never forgets. A bottle of ketchup? Seriously? It's been years. It's about the principal. Right. It is. Oh, hell, dude. Look at the time, dude. I've got like an hour left before work starts, and I ain't even eaten yet. Hey, before you officially move out, did you, want to get one last lunch together? We can sort of chat and shit, you know? Sure thing, Diego. I'd love that. Any questions? Duh, buffet, no questions asked. You know what? Fuck it. I'm down for some buffet. Just don't overload your damn plate this time. Dude, I'm telling you, this bitch is crazy. Yeah, of course she is. Dude, honestly, she's just fucking nuts. Once Diego had grown tired of defending himself against the accusations of overfilling his plate, he had a quick shower and got changed into his work gear. The two of us then journeyed into town together to enjoy one last shared meal together as roommates. But not before collecting the one thing I left behind on the way out. Funny. At long last, we saw an opening. Abandoning our payment atop the Red Lantern's counter for a brief window of time when the monster's back was turned, Then, with zero hesitation, we fled the scene with the kind of haste only witnessed in the face of genuine terror. It was all we could do to not lose our meals all over the food court's floors as we briskly distanced ourselves from the confrontation while bearing an uncanny resemblance to a pair of dangerously constipated power walkers. Neither of us was brave enough to look back, lest she had given chase. In my mind's eye, I could see the smoke billowing from her nostrils as a vein atop her brow pulsated with unbridled rage. To remain ignorant toward our impending demise could have only been a mercy. Arriving at our usual table after what felt like an eternity in motion, I hastily threw myself into the familiar comfort of a faux leather seat while securing my hard-won plate of miraculously unspilled delicacies on the table before me. My heart pounded deafeningly from within my chest, having been caught unaware by the sunburst of activity. Diego, however, was quite literally gasping for breath, a fact made abundantly clear as he questioned my idea of a safe haven. "Dude, here, she can still see us." A momentary glance in the direction of the red lantern confirmed Diego's fears as her eyes locked with mine. Searing with unfathomable fury that evoked an almost primordial sense of trepidation from within. She maintained that same death stare as she slid the money we'd left from the counter into her hand in a smooth, deliberate motion. "Dude, tell me she ain't coming, man, please." The burning fury in her eyes gave no indication of abating anytime soon. With an indignant huff, she cut us loose, turning her attention to what would no doubt become her newest victim. We were safe. At least this time. It's okay, she's serving the next customer now. Poor bastard. Oh man, I saw my life flash before my eyes and everything. I thought for sure this was the end. I was typically much more likely to call out Diego's overdramatic falsehoods, but in these specific circumstances, such a level of dramatic exaggeration somehow felt entirely justified. "Diego, what the fuck was that? She just totally went berserk out of nowhere." "Dude, haven't you been listening? That's what I've been saying this whole damn time." "Yes, but this time neither of our plates were overfilled. I specifically made sure of that, so something like this wouldn't happen. Yeah, and didn't I tell you it wasn't going to make a bit of difference? But she..." "Uh-huh. Yeah, you look stupid now, don't you? All them lectures about overfilling my plate." "But you always do overfill your plate." "You're damn right I do. She's going to be crazy pissed off either way, right? Might as well get yelled at for a reason. Doesn't mean to get a decent lunch out of it either." "Yes, but we finally get a break. With Diego's struggle with the, buffet lady. But I... Feeling mighty vindicated right about now. I'll, take that apology anytime you're ready, okay, bud?" Gah. I couldn't begin to comprehend what I just experienced. I was certain Diego's habitual overfilling of his plate was the source of the shop owner's ire. It was as though my entire world had been turned upside down. I no longer knew what to think. True enough, Diego had told me in no uncertain terms that the care I'd taken ensuring my plate wasn't overfilled would make no difference in the end. And thinking I knew better, I'd foolishly decided to prove my point by insisting that he do the same. I'd watched her erupt as we approached the counter with our food, and so far, I still didn't have a single clue as to why. All I knew for certain is that I couldn't remember the last time I'd met somebody so terrifying. Huh? Is that... "Hey, Axel, hey, over here!" I quickly realized how wrong I was, recalling my encounter with Beth only days ago. Bro, Beth isn't scary, she's just built different. Y'all just have to agree with me. Please agree with me. Like, Beth isn't scary. She's just built different. Let me add that. Let me add that real quick. Oh god, my computer's like freaking the fuck out right now. It's gonna be frozen for a little bit, so I guess just like happy days. Hold on, let me just get Beth in here. I want to get Beth in here. Sprites. Beth. Beth is... she is actually pretty terrifying. I swear to God, she is going to murder Axel's dad in his sleep. Like, she's just going to be, like, standing over Like, he's just going to, like, wake up one day. She's going to be standing over him with, like, a fucking kitchen knife. And being like, dear, you forgot to take the trash out last night. You forgot to take the trash out last night. You know, let me add the text. I gotta add the text now. I'm kind of confused. What should she be saying? Should she be saying, I'm built different, or get bent, nerd? Nah. Beth is quite possibly the greatest character I've ever seen in this game. I want to be her friend. But I also want to hug Logan. I don't know if I can do both. Can I do both? I don't know. Okay. Give my PC a little break. I quickly realized how wrong I was, recalling my encounter with Beth only days ago. And I'm back. Yo, it was like an issue with the whatchamacallit. Like the fuck. I can't remember what it was. Kilobits per second. That's probably what why the fuck am I still having network issues? Why the fuck am I still having issues with the network? This is like bullshit. This is some bullshit. Okay, let's try this again. I quickly realized how wrong I was, recalling my encounter with Beth only days ago. Thankfully, I had not been the subject of her fury thus far, and I hope to hell I never would be. The Red Lantern Lady had certainly met her match. I shuddered to think what would happen if the two of them ever came face to face, for if they did, I had no doubt it would be a sign of the end times. The world wasn't prepared to handle an encounter of such cataclysmic proportions. Nah, she's just built different. Hey Diego, hey Aiden. The perpetually smiling face of a familiar cheetah served as a welcome distraction from the terrors that chilled me to the bone. It completely defied logic that Axel and Beth were so closely related. They were practically polar opposites in their overall temperament. Aiden! God damn, Aiden, looks like you've seen some shit. Huh? Oh, sorry, never mind. Hey Axel, no work today? Hello. Oh no, I've just finished is all. Already? Man, I ain't even started yet. Well, it's already 1:15. Actually, we're usually done well before now, but we were down one today. The boss has been preparing everything for the tournament tomorrow. They ordered more than 1,000 frankfurters. Over 1,000? Really? That's a lot of sausage. Pah. Sounds right up your alley, Aiden. Hope you ain't having any second thoughts about going to the concert instead. Haha, very funny, Diego. I'll have it be known I already have all the sausage I could ever ask for. Wow, really? Did you win a lifetime supply or something? Axel, you are too precious for this world. You are too fucking precious for this world, Axel. You are too precious for this world. I swear to God. Yeah, lifetime supply for sure. Wow, congratulations, Aiden. Come on, Aiden. Quit egging him on before he wants you to share. Thanks, but maybe another time. I've already had... I'm done. I'm done. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was beautiful. That is beautiful. Another time he says, So, if it ain't a meal you're after, what brings you here? Oh, I was actually heading to the arcade, but then I spotted you guys and I wanted to say hi. By the way, you haven't seen Dom around anywhere, have you? Nope. Though with all the bright-ass colors they painted this place with, he wouldn't exactly stand out. Can't believe I missed that gross 80s color scheme this place had before they were renovated. Yeah, I kept getting lost. Everything is so bright and colorful that it all kind of looks the same. Anyway, have you heard? They just announced a new Dance Master today. It's called Dance Master Ultimate, and it's coming to arcades soon. It's going to have every song from every Dance Master ever, and they're updating them all to play like Zero. That's over 200 songs. And they'll all have online leaderboards, world head-to-head 2v2 tag battles, and all the cool stuff they've added with newer games. That's exciting news. I've taken you've played a lot of the older ones. Only a few. Dad bought me Dance Master 2EX on console once for my birthday. It's not as good as the arcade versions, but I still played a ton of it. It's back at my parents' house. It still works. Oh, hey, that's right. I remember seeing one of those dance pads in rooms when I visited. Yep, that's it. No, we haven't. We haven't seen Dom in a bit. Yep, that's it. Russell and I used to play it all the time when we were kids. Best thing about it was that it was free, so we played as much as we wanted for practice. Then we would head over to the theater when we had spare change and set all the top scores. The theater? Yep, we didn't have an arcade in Somerville, but they had a couple of old arcade machines at the movie theater, including the original Dance Master. It's not there anymore. It didn't work so good towards the end there, and rather than fix it, they just got rid of it. Along with all our high scores. Oof, you'll be excited about the online leaderboards then, huh? Oh, Dance Master Zero has those already. It's just that I played those old songs so many times as a kid, I still remember all the moves. Seriously? So you could do all the moves, like, what's the word? Acoustically? Or, whatever. Yep, wanna see? Maybe not in the middle of the food court, okay, bud? I was so good at the song Starlight Tonight that I held all 10 positions on the leaderboard back home. Russ couldn't even make it on the board. Not many people use that machine, but I think my score was still really good. I'm really excited for Ultimate so I can compete online instead. Find out how good you really are, huh? Yep, I'm really excited to find out. How long until this new game comes out? It launches early next month. It's releasing to different arcades in waves, but ours is one of the arcades that'll be getting it first. Really? There goes Woodcrest punching above its weight like always. So I take it you're here because you wanted to get some practice in before the big day? Yep, and Dom has today off too, so he's meeting me here so that we can play together. And Russ is going to meet up with us when he finishes work. Dom's running kind of late though. Oh, if you guys are free, you should come play too. You kidding? I suck at those sorts of games. Besides, if I got one of those machines, it'd be measured on the Richter scale. No, but what about those times you played with me when we first met? You did really good. And that was before I wound up pretty fat. All the more reason to do it then, don't you think? You can work up a good sweat. You watch your damn mouth, Aiden. Thanks, Axel, but I start work at 2 anyway. Even if we had time, I wouldn't want to turn up all sweaty and gross. I understand. You should join me another time. Thought, though, it'd be fun. Yes, fun. So what about you, Aiden? What about you? Care to dance? Hey, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. Don't think I ain't noticed that spare tire of yours, Aiden. Spare tire? What spare tire? Kiss my ass, Diego. Heh, I thought doing that was Ty's job. That's awful. He can share. Besides, you know damn well we've been eating most of the same shit, Diego. The way I see it, any spare tire is all your fault. Ain't my fault you have no damn willpower. You could just say no. Spare tire? I didn't know you... I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. Axel, you are too precious for this world. Take your fucking Happy Meal and leave. We're horrible influences on you. I didn't know you had a car. Vroom vroom, Aiden. Oh my god, Diego. Hey, thanks for the offer, Axel, but I've already agreed to link up with Ty at the bar when Diego starts work. Promise I'll play with you another day, though, okay? You promised. No take backsies. Hey, yeah, no take backsies. Yay, can't wait. And... oh! It's Dom, he's here! Hey, Axel, sorry I'm late. Neighbors ran over the damn mailbox again. Again? Again. Didn't you guys literally just move in? Yep. And they've already done this before? Yep. Yeesh. Don't worry, they'll get what's coming to them. What brings you guys here anyway? Quick lunch before work? Kinda. Aiden is moving out, so we're kinda hanging out one last time. Whoa, wait a sec. What did you mean by they'll get what's coming to them? You can't just drop a juicy-ass nugget like that and move along like it was nothing. And you can't drop a juicy-ass nugget like Aiden moving out and expect me not to ask about it. Wow, Aiden, where are you moving to? Ty asked me to move in with him. He felt it was the right move to help ensure we're moving things in the right direction and all that, and I agree. It's really exciting. Isn't his house, like, really big? Much too big for one person, at any rate. I bet he could use the company. And you're sure it's the right thing to do? We've only just gone back together, and things haven't exactly been all that smooth. I know, and yeah, I think so. This time, it's for good. And besides, all I have is my suitcase to my name. It's not like it's a huge deal logistically. It's still really exciting, though. Congrats, Aiden. I suppose you and Diego here work together as well, so we won't miss out on his unique sense of humor. I take pride in my sense of humor. Everyone loves you when you're as funny as I am. What about the buffet lady? I bet she didn't care how funny you were when you had those plates in front of you both. Just as soon as I'd forgotten the horrific experience which preceded current discussions, Dom would resurrect the topic anew, much to my displeasure. An involuntary chill ran up my spine as I recalled my close call with such an unspeakable evil. Dude, don't even go there. Thanks for reminding me. I would only just manage to forget about it all. Ignorance really is bliss. Just what the hell is her problem anyway? Sorry, if it helps any, think of it like a hazing every new arrival in Woodcrest must survive. We've all been on the receiving end, even Axel here. Right, Axel? Aw, she ain't so bad, just a little yelly, that's all. What the? Yelly? Are you nuts? I suppose when you're used to someone like Beth, the Red Lantern lady seems almost pedestrian by comparison. Speaking of which, I'm scared to think what a meeting between those two would be like. Clash of the Titans for sure. Please, don't even joke about that. I chuckled to myself while the others remained blissfully ignorant of the terror only Axel and I were privy to. And even to his rather more generous opinions of them both, even he knew what a hypothetical scenario where the two women came into contact was one best left entirely unexplored. So, Dom, are you ready to bust some moves? Duh, you know me, I was born ready. But you go ahead, okay? I won't be far behind. There's something I wanted to talk to Aiden about first. Okay, but don't take too long. We need to practice together so that we're ready for the online tag battle tournaments. Did you know there are real cash prizes? I know. You've said so at least 5 times already. Promise I won't be long, okay? Okay, it was good seeing you guys. Come dance with me next time, okay? See ya. Not unless you want it recorded on a seismograph. Catch you around, Axel. Go get some high scores. Good luck. Don't need luck when you're the dance master. With an enthusiastic spring in his step, Axel vacated his position beside our table with a great pirouette before confidently bounding in the direction of the arcade's entrance. 3 of us watched, amused by the distinctly musical tempo of Axel's departure. Yeah, I can't speak. Eventually, he was consumed by the colorful lights and bustling crowds populating the arcade, and this prompted Dom to fetch a chair from an unused table close by. He then slid it across to ours before seating himself off to my right-hand side. Ha! Even fancies himself the dance master, eh? Axel is the usually boastful type, which ought to tell you just how good he is at dance master. To tell you the truth, I'm kind of dreading this. The last time he took a dance master tag battle so seriously, I just about went home in an ambulance. Better than a coffin, though, right? Just barely. I thought for sure I was having a heart attack. And you're kind of fit. Just imagine the kind of damage it'd do to me. I don't stand a chance. Well, best stock up on excuses. You'll be needing them for a few weeks, at least until the game is out. Yikes, now I'm morbidly curious as just how frantic those games can get. And now that the Dance Master's out of the way, you said there was something you wanted to talk about? That's right, and you know damn well what it is. Or I do? Seriously? I've been waiting patiently for days now. Don't tell me you've forgotten all about it. Nothing immediately came to mind in response to Dom's prompts. The few days since we had last spoken had been a total roller coaster. Well, with everything that had transpired between Timmy, and not to mention the whole situation with Apollo. Of course! I promised to tell Dom what I'd learned about Apollo. Now again, come to think of it, hadn't Diego insisted on doing exactly that on my behalf? Hey, Diego? Yo, didn't you say you were going to talk to Dom about Spencer on my behalf? Eh? I never said... Wait. Aw, shit. Diego being forgetful? Now there's a surprise. Eh, shut up. I didn't forget. I was just waiting for the right moment to tell you. Oh, really? Really? You're a lot of things, Diego, but a convincing liar isn't one of them. Shut up. I am so. I took drama in high school, you know. That explains a lot, come to think of it. Besides, you completely forgot too, Aiden. The way I see it, that just means we're even. Not after you've taken on the responsibility, it doesn't. Oh my god, give me a break. What is this, pick on Diego Day or some shit? Ha, as if anyone would need a special day for giving you grief. Any day is a great day for that, wouldn't you agree, Dom? Hey now, hold on just a minute. Regardless of who is supposed to fill me in, one of you is going to, and until then, I won't be seen taking any sides. But who am I kidding? A day just isn't a day without some playful teasing at the very least. Hey, you just got done saying how you won't be taking sides. Well, maybe if you're the one who fills me in, I might just be convinced to switch sides. Ugh, you're a pain in the ass sometimes, you know that, Dom? Alright, look, I'll try. Try? Yeah, I know I should have written it down. Diego, I think you should let me be the one to do it. No way. If that happens, Dom's just going to wind up siding with you again. I was probably going to do that anyway, if I'm completely honest. What the? No fair! Aiden, at least let me make good on one of my many commitments, then you can fill in the gaps when I'm done or whatever, okay? Diego, listen, the circumstances have changed since I told you what you know. Changed? Changed how? Spencer's gone. What? No way. Don't tell me the bad guys got him. He's safe, don't worry. He's nothing if not perceptive. He knew well ahead of the time they were poised to spring their trap. By the time they actually did so, he could have been halfway around the world. Chances are that isn't even an exaggeration. Apollo did not tell a single soul his intended destination, nor whatever pseudonym he would adopt once he was there. Even Ty doesn't have a clue where he might have gone. And that makes us worthless to the UMC. And as far as all the secrets kept ensuring Apollo's safety, they're all now completely harmless, with nothing connecting to his current location or suggesting the details of his new identity. Apollo? I take it Apollo must be Spencer's real name. We were right about it being a pseudonym then. And the UMC? That's the outfit looking to cure Doomsday Clock disorder, right? Or are you referring to somebody else? Correct on both counts. I could only give Diego a redacted version of the story the other day, but it's like I said, the circumstances have changed. I'm going to tell you both the full story, but before I begin, just know that what I'm about to tell you is going to seem completely insane. I wouldn't have believed it for a minute if I hadn't seen and experienced so much of it myself. So please, just humor me, okay? Suspend your disbelief, pretend if you need to. I promise it's all true, at least to the best of my knowledge. Shit, yeah, now you're talking. Can't wait to hear this. Just what on earth am I about to hear? Lay it on me, I guess. Curiosity never killed any foxes, right? Nah, or dingoes for that matter. We ain't cats, we'll be fine, so let's hear it, Aiden. Okay, so when I arrived at Apollo's Manor, it was hosing down like you wouldn't believe. True enough, I'd found a narrow gap off the side of the road, which led through the building as we'd suspected, was still standing with no signs of any attempt at demolition. It was well hidden. You would have found it unless you specifically went looking for it and were willing to cut through some overgrowth. Never did learn how Apollo himself came and went. Anyway, I knocked on the door, and there were a lot of doors, no answer. Eventually, I figured he must have been out or something. I'd clung on to hope that whatever I might learn from him could somehow fix my relationship with Ty. I refused to go home empty-handed, so instead I sat beneath a tree, sheltered from the rain, and then I told them everything, about the extinction of humanity, about Dr. Marston, and the origins of Earth's current inhabitants, about the immortals and their purpose, about pheromones and their effects, about the once great empires nurtured and guided by immortal hands, and about Hades, whose bloody campaign saw much of those empires reduced to ashes. I told them of Apollo and of Artemis, of how they met, the lives they shared, and of Artemis's eventual demise. I told them of Sebastian, Solomon, and finally of Spencer. I told them of the very meeting between Ty and Solomon, and of how Ty would meet Spencer decades on. I told them of the love that had bloomed, how the two would eventually be forced apart, how the circumstances of Ty's sensitivity to Apollo's pheromones made their love an impossibility, how that same love would never be extinguished. Yo, I just realized that the audio was off. I told them of how pheromones propagate in those sensitive, and how, against all odds, I too became afflicted. I told them how all of this, the love they both still felt, and the secrecy Ty felt compelled to maintain for Apollo's safety, would all nearly tear the two of us apart as well. And finally, I told them of Apollo's timely escape as the UMC closed their net around him, arriving only to find an abandoned manor and a handwritten letter wishing his former lover farewell. And I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. It's a lot to take in, I know. And I know it sounds insane, but Ty will confirm it all. I promise it's the truth. What the fuck have you been smoking? And more importantly, where can I get some? Question. You're saying Apollo wanted you to visit him. He was expecting you? Correct. Damn it, I knew something felt fishy. If Apollo left me tracks to find deliberately, that explains why his manor, something I already looked into extensively, suddenly became such an obvious find. I'm sorry, Aiden. Sorry? What are you sorry for? Going there was the best thing I could have done. I know, but what if he had been malicious? It could have been a trap. You could have been hurt. Honestly, that's what worried me the most about the whole situation. I was much too careless of you, so I'm sorry. And I'm thankful for all your help. Everything unfolded in this weirdly specific manner, and it's also kind of shocking everything turned out so well. It's scary to think that some tiny variance in our circumstances may have prevented this positive outcome. I find in situations like this, it's best not to think about the what-ifs. Take the now as a gift and never look back. Hold on, you actually believe this bullshit? Is everyone around here nuts except for me? Look, I know it's far-fetched, but if it's a lie, it's by far the most elaborate lie I've ever heard. How would somebody concoct such a juggernaut explanation for something like this? And this is Aiden of all people. You once described him to me as somebody you'd trust with your life. He has a history of reliability, does he not? Do you still not feel that same trust for him? You said that, Diego? Well, maybe, once or twice. Are you kidding me, Diego? Aiden, this guy you used to mention a lot, and it was always stuff about how good of a friend you were, and how you always had each other's backs. Hey, shut up about that. I felt a familiar warmth swell up from within my chest. The same warmth I felt any day reminiscent of the times we'd shared, and how overwhelming it felt that day as I sold my belongings, quit my job, and made the best impulse decision of my life. Things were lonely after you left, Diego. For the first year, Tobias kept me on my toes, but it never felt right without you there doing those things you always did, like calling us fags or whatever. And after university, he and I fell out of touch too. Didn't make any friends in my internship on account of high turnover. Any friends I did make vanished before long. Eventually learned just to keep it to myself. It was easier like that. And Tobias and me, well, we lost touch, obviously. I never even knew he had moved away. What I'm trying to say is I missed you a lot. And I'd have been saying the same thing if I had anyone to say them to. Fag. I missed you too, Diego. Yeah. Well, Diego, Aiden wouldn't lie to you, would he? He would, but not like this. Lying about something like that, it just ain't anything like him. Now, Tobias, on the other hand, he'd spin the most fucked up stories, and he'd insist they were true for ages. Then one day he'd just laugh at us and mock us for believing him. Oh god, I'd forgotten all about that. Didn't he convince us both paperclips used to be called pocket scratches and were for bending to scratch hard-to-reach spots until people started using them to hold paper together, and they renamed them? Oh fuck, that's right, and his grandma invented them. Right, man, I can't believe some of the shit he used to spin. Had a hard time convincing us of anything after that. What the? Who was this again? Oh yeah, just this guy we went to university with. Total nutjob, utterly chaotic. Yo, Aiden, what that weird arts professor with the suspenders used to call him? Simian scoundrel, I think it was. Wait, a monkey called Tobias, right? I swear I've met this guy. You probably have. We only found out he was in town, though, a totally unrelated matter. But he's associated with Lucas, so it makes sense you've met him. Hope he didn't gaslight you like he did with us. We didn't speak, thankfully, by the sounds of it. And speaking of, you're not gaslighting us now with this whole story of yours, right? I'm not, I promise. And you saw all this with your own two eyes through some kind of shared dream. He verified all this in real life too, not just telling us a dream you had. Of course I'm not. Ty and I are back together after all. A dream couldn't have facilitated that. I know it's hard to imagine. It allowed him to essentially show you his memories, right? From how you retold it all, sounds like you yourself had seen it all with your own two eyes. I did. Sort of, anyway. The details were kind of fuzzy. It was to real life what a painting would be to a photograph. And they never moved. I heard sounds and voices, yet the paintings remained completely still. And then you saw Artemis, right? Can you tell me what he looked like? He was a parakeet. His plumage was a brilliant lime green from head to toe, with the occasional shift towards bright yellow on some extremities. His beak and the markings around his eyes were that same bright yellow, and he loved to wear those yellow feathers pinned to his hat. Come on, man, we know you saw a painting of him. For all we know, that could be the only time you saw him. I wish. I saw his face a lot, always smiling and carefree. I also saw him die, and even then he was still smiling. He was one comforting Apollo, not the other way around. I felt tears begin to form in my eyes. Had the things Apollo showed me truly left such an impact on my mind? I had never met Artemis, and yet... Fuck, man, I trust you, but none of this makes any sense. It's like I said before, why would Aiden go to such lengths in fabricating a lie so detailed and intricate, only to distract us from the truth? It all fits with a lot of theories I've had. It answers a lot of the questions I've thought of along the way. I even wrote my history thesis on the topic of human extinction. Aiden's story obviously has a lot of details I wasn't privy to, but it also doesn't contradict anything as far as I can tell. I trust you, Aiden, and the shoe fits, so I believe you. Not blindly, of course. I will be doing my own research on a lot of what you've said. but I believe you all the same. Yeah, fuck, man. Fine, me too. But if it turns out you're pulling some simian scoundrel type shit, I'm gonna make your ass pay. Bag. Hey, I didn't... You had it coming. He's right. You deserve that. Damn it. Oh, my phone is ringing. Sorry, guys. Just one moment. Yo, Aiden, enough flapping your gums. Finish your damn plate. We gotta leave pretty soon if I want to make it to work on time. Well, sorry for taking the time to fill you in. Bah, shut up and eat, or I'll eat it all myself. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out here with me. It means a lot you took the time to hang out as roommates one last time. Of course, and hey, we can still hang out heaps even if we're not living together. Hell, we'll be working together, so we'll at least see each other there. Working together? Last I checked, you were my damn boss, you and your immortal dating boyfriend. I'll try not to crack the whip too hard. Gee, thanks. Hey, have you figured out where that damn monkey is? Because it'd be kind of nice to get the trio back together, you know? He was a total pain in the ass, but he was hilarious too. Lucas knows, and I think Ty is planning on finding out from him. If we visit him, did you want to come along? Duh, time and place, man. I'll be there. Just say the word. I'll let you know when I find out. It'll be good to have you there, too. Hold up. I'm fine. Where was it? Where's my wallet? Okay. It'll be good to have you there, too. Just in case he tries to spin some of his signature bullshit. Like he won't. Of all days. Hey, what's up? So apparently my favorite coworker just called off at the last minute. Lucas is, well, you know what he's doing. The concert is tomorrow, after all, so it all comes down to me. Axel isn't going to be happy. Wait, Eric? I'm sure Axel will understand. Duty calls, right? These things happen. Yeah, I know. It's just that Axel is so excited about this new dance master. I feel like an ass laying him down like this. Be sure to make it up to him another day, okay? Of course, that goes without saying. Damn it, Eric, what a pain in the ass. Well, I'd better go break the news to Axel and get a move on. Thanks for telling me about Apollo, Aiden. It's a relief to finally put that whole investigation to rest. No problem. Good seeing you, Dom. Take it easy. You too. See you both when I see you. Huh? Oh. See you, Dom. Dom's parting gesture was a somewhat disappointed wave before he turned away. He followed in Axel's footsteps, albeit with considerably less grace, in order to deliver his bad news. This left Diego and me alone together once more. As demanded, I quickly dug into the remaining food on my plate, chewing and swallowing several large mouthfuls before the unusual silence between us caught my attention. Diego, is everything okay? You've gone all quiet. What? Oh, yeah, I've just been thinking. About Eric? Yeah, it's my fault, isn't it? Huh? What are you talking about? Eric called off because of what happened earlier, right? This has to be what happened, and now Axel's gonna have to celebrate on his own because of me. That's my fault. You don't know that for sure, and don't beat yourself up over it. You couldn't have predicted how this would have impacted Axel or Dom, let alone Eric. You know, earlier I had this weird sense of deja vu that I couldn't figure that shit out. But I think I've worked it out. Deja vu? What is it? The way I acted earlier. Fuck, man, it was just like him. Who? Kyrix. That's how Kyrix used to treat me when others were around. He was ashamed of me, of being seen with me. Like I was some dirty little secret. Oh god, what have I done? I was clueless as to how I should respond. My arrival in Woodcrest came several weeks after Diego split with Kyrix, and as such I never had the opportunity to see the two of them together. I could neither confirm nor deny whether Diego was correct from any kind of personal experience. All I had to go on was what I'd heard, and most of that came from Diego himself. He was not prone to dishonesty, but in such a difficult and traumatic experience, the potential for warped perspectives, dramatic exaggerations, and antagonistic biases was all too real. All the same, assuming what Diego had told me about Kyrix and the relationship was accurate, it stood to reason that his recent realization would be as well, which begged the question of what the implications of such a revelation would be. Would it grant Diego a greater understanding, or, Eric reacting the way he did seemed completely from left field. I haven't known him for long, but it seems as though he's got on people's nerves deliberately and brushed off whatever people threw back at him, almost like it was some sort of game. But after today, now I'm not so sure. I had this image of Erica in my mind, and I thought I hadn't figured out. Turns out, things might not be quite so simple. It was not the only thing he's done that suggests that either. What else is there? A few days back, Jay got himself into some trouble. According to him, Eric was terrified for Jay's safety. Allegedly, there were tears. Tears? Man, until today, I ain't never seen him cry. Guess that means we're in the same boat, huh? Neither of us understands Eric at all. I don't even know how I'm supposed to apologize for him. Keep imagining if Kyrix had apologized for me to doing the exact same shit. All I can think about is socking that prick square in the jaw. What? Are you worried Eric is gonna beat you up? You're like 3 times his size. Gee, thanks. And he may be a little, but shit, dude, he's actually kind of tough. That's right, by the sounds of things, you got a first-hand demonstration last night. Hey, He made me all... He had me all squished up against the pillows, man. There's all I could do to hold steady. Forget that. That ain't the point. The point is... I don't know if I'd have accepted any apology, but I guess my situation was kind of different, and Eric ain't me. Still, what if I bought him chocolates and shit as well? Think that'd help? Better watch he doesn't get the wrong idea. It ain't like that, Oh shit. Fuck, dude, we lost track of time. We should have left for the bar already. We're gonna be late. Oh crap. Dude, forget the rest of your food. We've got to bounce. Wait, one thing before we go. Come on, we ain't got time for this. I know, it's just, I know you're having a hard time with this whole Eric thing. Will you be okay? You can work, right? What can I do? Call off? No, I fucked up. Work might be a good distraction, and later on I can figure out what to do. But that can wait. We've got to go. Now. Alright, lead the way. So we abandoned what food remained on my plate as we briskly made our departure from the food court, exiting through the rear doors of the mall. Heading in the direction of the bar, I couldn't remember a time when I'd seen Diego walk with such urgency. I knew his realization would be something that would weigh heavily on his mind, but true enough, life waits for no one. I only hoped he would have been able to process it and come out on the other end intact. Maybe even having learned something positive from the experience. We're gonna leave off here tonight. Ugh. Beth is just built different. And from the sounds of it, that one lady from the buffet woman, she's also built different. Done! I just had an idea. But it's gonna have to wait. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna head off. So, stay safe. Have a good night. It was light. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.